and welcome to today's session. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to talk about connecting your brain and your body. This is going to make you super strong really quickly. It's going to make sure that you are doing all of your exercises in the gym a little bit more effectively. I'm going to talk a little bit about breath. I'm going to talk a little bit about how to make movements feel a bit easier and also simultaneously more difficult. So we're going to go through some basic movements today, just so that we get into understanding how we can think our bodies stronger and how we can use our breath to make that. She's pointing to her core. Yes, I am. Your breath is your best friend when it comes to stabilisation. So we're not going to do a warm-up necessarily. We're just going to come to a standing position. Just move so that Harley has revealed my feet. We're going to point our feet just forward. So your toes want to point towards me, and I want you to notice how that feels. For me, pointing my feet super far forward, my toes in line with my kneecaps, makes my hips feel like they're being pulled forward. So we're just going to notice how that feels. That's going to have an impact on how you are going to squat. Let's start there. So you're just going to take some movement forward and backwards, and I want you to start to feel as you come forward like you're having to grab the floor with your big toe. So keep that movement going. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Now you're going to make that movement smaller without bending through your knees. So there's a soft bend in your knees at this point, but we're not trying to stop the movement by bending the knees. You're just trying to make yourself feel still and feel all of this part. Imagine that this is your foot. This part of your foot is grounded through the floor. Now I want you to turn your big toes on. So, in person, I keep saying, think about your big toe. Don't just think about it. I want you to put it on the floor. And now I want you to notice what's happening in your legs. Notice what's happening to your knees. Notice what's happening to your inner thighs. It should feel like this is working here when you drive your big toes down into the ground. You're now going to keep your big toe down and put your little toe on the floor and drive it into the ground. I want you to notice how that's turning your knees more out to the side. Just feel it. You don't have to do anything about it. Just feel it. But I want you to, it should feel like your feet are about to, you just want to cry. Not cry. Maybe. It's work, is what I'm saying. Okay, let that go. Now, with that in mind, you're going to turn your feet so that it feels comfortable in your hips. And we're going to start to move through the pelvis. So, obviously in my yoga classes we do this a lot. Finding your pelvis is a really important part of lifting. A lot of people can't find this movement because it's not something that you necessarily will do day in, day out. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. I'm literally just sticking, imagining my tailbone, the bit, if I was a monkey, I would have a tail coming out of here, or a dragon. So I'm sticking it out towards the back of the room as much as I can. And then I'm going to tuck it under as much as I can. And I want you, when you feel like you have gone enough with this tailbone, I want you to go a little bit further, and you'll feel your glutes really start to squeeze. Drive the big toe down, drive the little toe down. Stay here, keep driving forward, driving forward, driving forward. Big toe down, little toe down. Think about the weight into your heels and soften the knees just a little bit so that you can maintain this position comfortably, but it should feel like a lot of work through your hips. Let that go. Now we're going to add the breath. So, when we're doing any kind of movement that requires, I'm going to turn back to you, that requires strength, that is where your inhale comes from. That is going to brace everything. Your exhale performs two functions. It's rocket fuel to get you back up if you're doing any kind of movement where you come in, say you're doing a squat, gets you up, rocket fuel. It also, if you're doing a squat, if you exhale, you should be able to soften. So, I'm going to teach you how to use that in some squatting movements, and Harley's about to block the camera because he's nosy. Right, so finding your position with your feet. As I've said to you before, for me, pointing my toes straight forward doesn't work. For squatting, I've tried it a million times, I've tried it heels elevated, it's not for me. My femur and my tibia, just too long. I've got giraffe legs. Okay, so I like to have my toes facing quite a way out. We're going to tuck that pelvis under. So this is where we get our glute squeeze. We're going to take a big inhale. Now I want you to imagine your breath starting here. There's a jar in your body and you're locking the top of the jar. So as you come up, you lock it. So we're not exhaling, it's like a compression. Take another inhale and lock that breath. Pelvis forward. Now, as you keep that breath locked, we're going to drop down into a half squat. Exhale, push it back up. Inhale here, lock it. Good. Big toes down, little toes down. Inhale, lock that breath. Keep that breath. I want to say hold, but I can't say hold. And keep the breath, and then all the way back up. That is going to make you super strong. If your feet left the ground, you get 10 points. You can collect them in person. Take a breath in. Lock that breath at the top. Drive big toe, little toe. Keep the breath locked. Come as far as you can down. Stay with your breath. Keep holding, keep holding. Now exhale. Rocket fuel. As you exhale, I want you to tilt your pelvis forward just a little. Squeeze through those glutes. We're going to go 2 more times. Inhale. Drop it down. Hold. Exhale. Squeeze and lift. Good. Last one here. Inhale. Now, this time as we go, I want you to imagine that you've got the biggest weight that you can envisage in your mind on your shoulders. As we go down, you're trying to resist. We're keeping those knees out by driving those little toes into the ground. Keep the big toes driving as well. Your breath is held. You're thinking about that weight. It's massive. You get here, you're still thinking about it. Think about it, think about it, think about it. You've got a massive weight on your back. Keep holding that breath. Now, rocket fuel. Good. Excellent. Okay. Hi, darling. Right. We're going to do an RDL movement. If some of the movements, when I'm teaching RDLs, some people bend their knees. An RDL is not a squat. An RDL is a hip hinge. So, to make that easier, you can come to a chair or some sort of bed, whatever the thing is, and place your knees just in front of it. This is really good practice to get really good movement in your hip hinges. So, we're going to do the same thing. Feel where your toes need to be. Again, pointing my feet straight forward does not work for me. Take them just a little bit further, sort of 11 and 1 if you will, but just do it so that it feels comfortable for you. If your feet point forward and your knees stay in line with your big toes, we're gold. But if you point your toes forward and your knees come in like this, turn your feet out. Drive through those little toes. We're thinking here, again, brace. We inhale, tilt that pelvis. As you exhale, we want to keep everything locked. So keep going down, 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 down. Take a breath here. and then up. Relax through the shoulders. Inhale, lock, hinge, toes down, toes down, toes down, drive. Squeeze those glutes as you come back in. I want hips forward, and you should get to a point where as you push your hips forward, it stops, so that you're not hyperextending, which is this movement, banana back. If you're finding that you're banana backing, I want you to just settle, and I want you to just tilt your pelvis forward until you feel a block. You will feel, if you keep your chest up, like you can't go any further without leaning backwards. So, come back to centre again, take an inhale, take that lock, hips back, hands stay by your legs. Drive, big toe. Feel your glutes work as you drive your big toe. Drive little toe. Feel how your knees go out to the side as you drive your little toe. Exhale, drive. Good. 3 more. We're going to do 3 more as we practice. So inhale. Now, this time as you go down, I want you to imagine that you're being dragged towards the floor. Need to use your toes. So you're hinging backwards, you need to use your toes to stabilise through the body. I'm talking, which means I'm not breathing correctly, but I want you to be still holding your breath in to keep that brace. And then all the way back up. Big squeeze through the glutes at the top. Inhale. And then drive everything down. Imagine that big weight pulling you down. You're trying to resist, 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 resist. Use those toes. I don't have to because Harley's lying on mine. And then push all the way back up. Last one. This time, I want you to roll your shoulders back and down. We're adding an extra layer. Let's not add everything as we start. Hinge at your hips as you breathe in, and then think about taking your shoulder blades back towards your bum as we hinge forward. You will feel what I call your back abs. It's not a real thing, it's your lats. Contract in the back. We've got big stability through the back now. Use those toes. Don't forget about those toes. Just notice what you're feeling in the back. Toes down. Hold. Keep that breath held. Keep that stability. Notice what you're feeling through your feet, and notice where you need to add a little bit more effort. Don't let those toes come off the ground. And then big exhale as you come back up. Excellent. Right, we're going to do some shoulder movement. Thankfully, Harley's brought me a sock. You can have that, darling. I don't need it right this minute. Okay. We're going to do some movement through the shoulders. So this is going to help you to do pull-ups. I know some of you are pull-up queens, and I love it. My mission is to have every single one of you be able to do pull-ups. There is a story behind it, which I will tell you if you want to know, but it is my mission. So we're going to reach up towards the sky. Just use your hands at this moment. What we're going to think about now, we're going to make this movement really, really difficult. I want you to shrug your arms up towards your ears as much as you can. I want you to feel your shoulder blades coming away from your body. Reach as if you're grabbing a bar. You can use neutral grip for this, which means hands facing forward. And I want you to squeeze your fingers as hard as you can. Not now, babe. Squeeze your fingers as hard as you can with that shrug. Feel it. Imagine that you're hanging from a bar. Imagine that the bottom of your body is like floating around in the wind. Okay, now we're going to add that breath. Not now, darling. We're going to take an inhale and you're going to hold it. You're going to imagine that you're pulling yourself up to a bar. Keeping that breath held. Pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it, pull it. Pull it. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm so glad I'm doing ring muscle ups after this. Oh, and then let it go. Okay, another one like that. This time, as you reach up, you're going to grab the bars and I want you to shrug as hard as you can. So biceps are coming by the ears. You're really feeling like you're reaching out of your shoulders. You're going to take that big breath in and then you're going to notice what happens here as you take that breath in and then stop the breath. And then you're going to pull, 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 keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. I've let my breath go because I was chatting. You need to keep it. And then let it go. Notice how this time we're not using the breath for rocket fuel. This is your negative. This is where we're getting strong. We need a strong core to do a lot of pull-ups. Or one pull-up if that is your goal at the moment. My goal is to get you to do a lot of pull-ups. As well as being able to do one. Right, last one. Reach up as high as you can. Grab those bars. Take that in breath. Lock it. And now pull. Pull, pull, pull. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. And then let it go. So, when you're doing your pull-ups, we're not, because that won't work. Because that's going to make you go all limp and loose. Your inhale is for strength. We want to make sure that we're keeping tension through the entire body. You want every single muscle to work. Just for experiment's sake, reach up, grab your bar, imagine, take that breath in, and now exhale and try and pull. And imagine that same bar and feel how different it is. Like, I just feel weak and limp and useless. So, that's the technique that I want you to do when you are next doing pull-ups. Even if, when you're doing your pull-ups, and I do suggest you do banded pull-ups, they are absolutely fantastic. Even if you go to a bar, you brace, and then you pull, and you get to here. And you hold, and then you let it go. Inhale, just one more like that. Brace, pull, hold, and let it go. As well as everything else, you will find that you get a little lovely achy bit in what my coach calls your best abs, which are the ones at the top. I personally don't think they're my best abs, but that is a different question for a different day. Okay, we're going to do those squats one more time. So, find your stance. Yes, mine is very wide. I have practiced squats for a long time. This is where I like to squat. Inhale. Big toe down, little toe down. See where your knees go when you drive your little toe down. I will talk all day long about driving your knees out. There are lots of reasons why we want to do that. Strength, 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 not causing pain to your knees. There are also reasons why a little bit of coming in is not the end of the world. But I want you to feel how it feels to be strong in your squat. So, big toe down, little toe down. We're going to take an inhale. We're going to sink. You're going to hold. Drive those toes down. Imagine that big weight is pushing on your shoulders. Exhale. Go up as high as you can. Good. Inhale. Hold. Push. Good. Inhale. Drop it low. Hold. And push. Good. Inhale. Drop it low. weight you can imagine. It might as well be the entire world. It's crushing you, it's squishing you down. Take an inhale. Harley, shut up. Harley, do a climb. You can do a climb now. Good boy. This is the heaviest one you have done yet. Take an inhale, big toe down, little toe down. Crushing weight on your shoulders. It is the heaviest thing that you have ever imagined in your life. You're going to sink, you're going to sink, you're going to sink until you get to a point where you feel like your bum is either tucking under or you just can't go any lower. Take a breath. If you lost it, which is me, now push. Rocket fuel. Excellent. Okay. With your RDLs, same thing again. You're going to come to your stance, whatever that is. If it's toes pointing forward, excellent. Otherwise, just find a comfortable stance where you can think about your knees, you can think about your feet, and you've got your legs perhaps resting on a platform, chair, bed, whatever. Take a breath in. I want you to tilt that pelvis slightly under. We're going to imagine that we've got the heaviest weight in the world in our arms. You're going to hinge backwards. Keep that breath in. Squeezing those shoulders back towards your bum. Let everything come down till you feel a stretch through your hamstrings. You should now notice where you need to stop. We're going to hold. Imagine that weight. You can make this in your mind as heavy as you like. I want you to make it really heavy. Keep that breath in. Now, exhale, drive, good. Hinge. Don't forget that breath in. I did forget to say it. Toes. Keep that breath. Don't let it go. That is bracing your core and it's going to give you all the rocket fuel you need in 3. Toes down. 2. Imagine that weight's really heavy. Shoulders back and down. Push. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Hinge. Hold. Imagine that weight. Shoulders back. Chest is parallel to the ground. Toes down, toes down, toes down. Weight is even through your toes and into your heel. Push. Good. That was a surprise. Even to me. Inhale, last one. Hinge. Toes. Keep that toe pressure going. Every time you come down, you feel like you're losing it, just pick it back up. As in, put your toes back down. And then drive. Whew. Okay. Oh, well, my bum's on fire, which is what we want. Oh, hello. Are you going to do a sit for me while we do our pull-ups? Right. Last round of pull-ups. We're going to reach up towards the sky. You're going to grab those imaginary handles. You're going to shrug up towards the sky. It feels like it's counterintuitive to start your movement fully extended. Why are we doing that? We're doing that because in this full extension, you can turn on all of your lats, which run from up here all the way down to here. Yes, they go all that way. And we can use all of it. It's a massive set of muscles and we want to use them. We also want to use the core, which is why we're going to take a big breath in, hold it, and pull. Pull, 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 pull. Let it go. Whew. Reach up. Full engagement. Shrug those shoulders up. Reach for those handles. Really squeeze your hands. I don't tend to grip too much too much when I'm doing pull-ups. But here, we want a full closed chain. So, we're going to practice the perfect movement. Biceps by your ears. This should already, I mean, you can hear in my voice, this should already feel like a lot of work. We're going to inhale, lock it up, pull. Holly got upset by my little noise. Last one. Reach up towards the sky. Reach for the sky. Probably my favourite Disney quote in the entire world, or certainly the one I use the most in real life. Right, reach, grab those handles. Imagine that the bottom half of you is swinging. Reach up more. Engage that core by taking a nice breath in. Lock it up and then pull. I'm sweating. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Let it go. Goodness me. Okay, so that was your first foray into my muscle connection. We're going to build on this. So we're going to add in some more balance work. We're going to add in some more strength work, and we're going to gradually build up our arsenal of weapons so that when you go to the gym, if you're going to go to the gym, great. If you're doing any of my at-home stuff, you can apply all of these things, just making sure that we're connecting our brain with our body so that we're not just flailing around as if our legs and arms are independent from our bodies. They are all very much connected, and everything is connected from the bottom of your feet to the top of your head. So, with more science to come, more fun exercises to come, I thank you as always for joining me for this session. I hope you found it useful. I hope also that it gave you a really good workout. I am sweating. And until next time, I hope that the rest of your day is filled with sunshine and magic and things that taste good and things that smell nice and things that make you laugh and just weirdness and joy. Until next time.